Hey everyone, I hope you're having a great day so far. So today we need to talk about skincare because let's be honest, your makeup's not going to look very good if your skin underneath kind of sucks. Sorry. So we're going to talk all about skincare. We're going to talk about what I do. We're going to talk about what some other people have been doing, and we're even going to talk about one particular cult product that I have tried over the past week. And we are just going to see kind of what works, what doesn't. Obviously, everything's going to be different depending on your skin type and your budget and everything. So without further ado, let's get started. Well, we're going to start with what I personally use for my skincare. Having gone to school for skincare and makeup, I am very particular about the products that I use. So most of what I have is priced kind of in the middle of the road. There's a little bit here and a little bit there. Obviously, depending on your skincare needs, you will end up spending more or less, as well as just plain on what you can afford. You know, it doesn't matter if you need a $300 moisturizer. If your budget is $5, well, you're going to be using Olay instead, which is not a bad moisturizer. But anyway, so we're going to start with what I do. So, and I'm not going to show you a video of me actually doing it because I mean, obviously this is an apartment and my bathroom is not pretty, so, you know, I don't have a camera crew, so whatever, we're not going to do that. I'll just show you here. So this is the first thing. I use this every morning and every night. This is a moisturizer. I use this every morning and every night. This is a facial cleanser, and this is a gel cleanser. Your cleanser is going to depend on your skin type. I have oily to combination skin, so I'm going to be using a gel. If you have my type of skin, you want to stick with a gel, you can try a foaming cleanser, but really that's more for normal to combination skin. I like this one a lot. I've been using it for years. This is from Aveda. It's their Botanical Kinetics Purifying Gel Cleanser. I wouldn't be seen without it, to be quite honest. I've tried other things and it made me really break out, and then I had a food allergy, and I don't know if that stemmed from some sort of really bad facial care product that I was using when I was overseas. It seemed to be, but now I'm stuck with it for life. So we're just gonna stick with this until, you know, my skin just completely dries out and I've got to use something else. In which case it'll probably be their cream moisturizer. And I used to be completely addicted to the entire Aveda line, but something that I don't like actually about them is that you find something amazing and it really, really works, and they discontinue it. Like, I don't even use anything other than their Botanical Kinetics line anymore because if I like their eye cream, they will discontinue it. If I like their mask, they have discontinued them. If I like a certain type of body care, it'll be too popular, and because of that, they'll discontinue it. So kind of in the doghouse right there, Aveda, but other than that, like, this line, this seems to be their line that they will not get rid of. This is the one they're going to have around forever. This is their very basic skincare line, so I think it's kind of safe to say that I will hopefully be able to continue to use that. But anyway, so I have obviously since moved on to some other brands that aren't going to just discontinue their products because they feel like it. So that brings me to my next item, which is this Peter Thomas Roth AHA BHA Acne Clearing Gel. And I like this because I have had an acne problem for a very long time. Like I said, it was food related, and we'll talk about that too. But this has salicylic acid in it, which also helps with, it has salicylic acid and, glycolic acid. And this really helps not only with the acne, but with the residual marks left from the acne and also any little fine lines you might be getting. So I like this. I use it both morning and night as well. So that's that. I just put that on straight after obviously washing and drying my face. The next thing I do is eyes. I put my eye cream on next because you really want that eye cream to be able to soak in. You don't want a bunch of products in your eye area kind of residually before putting in your eye cream, because the eye cream is more potent, it's more expensive. You want it to do its job. So this is where I kind of switch it up from day to night. In the morning, I always use this. This is another big secret of mine. I really like this. I don't know where I'd be without it. This is the Strivectin eye cream. if I didn't use this, I would look 5 to 10 years older than I do, and I know that because I have tried other things in place of this. It's pricey, but you've gotta, you gotta, if you've got, if you saw my video where I was doing little bits of makeup at a time, you saw me barefaced, you know I need this. I need this. And in the morning, I actually mix this with this. And this is by Juice Beauty, and it is their stem cellular eye treatment. It uses plant stem cells. It's stem cells from apples. I really like this gel. It helps with puffiness. It helps if you're looking really tired. I don't know where I'd be right now if I couldn't combine these two in the morning. This is like my essential eye treatment for moms, I would say. So I'm kind of thinking about registering for these since it's my go-to for moms. But in any case, at night I only use the Strivectin because why bother with anti-puff if you're just going to sleep? So that's that, and then I follow with a moisturizer. Now, the moisturizer that I've been using for years is, you can see it's empty. This is the also Aveda Botanical Kinetics Hydrating Lotion. I really like this lotion. It helps your skin breathe. It's good for all skin types. It's not going to make you break out. It's going to help you if you've got dry skin. I didn't feel like driving all the way downtown to the Aveda Salon and Spa to get more. I was lazy, and I may or may not end up regretting that. But I have also been wanting to try this cult classic Embryolisse. This is something that can be found in pretty much most professional makeup artist kit. The reason it's not been in mine is, to be quite honest, because I went to an Aveda school, and so I didn't hear about things like this. And now I have obviously heard about different brands and so on, and I decided I've heard about this over and over and over. It's supposed to be like this fantastic moisturizer that all of these supermodels swear by, and they look like 30 years younger than what they're supposed to or whatever. So why not try it, right? So I have been trying this for the past few days, and I can definitely tell the difference between these two products. The difference that I personally have mainly noticed is that this definitely you can use on all skin types. This is touted as being able to be used on all skin types, but realistically speaking, I don't think I would use this on someone who is super duper oily. I could use this on that person. These have two very different ingredients. This has a lot of, this doesn't have any like mineral oil or anything like that in it. This does. So this, you can see there's obviously water, aloe, lavender, rosemary, chamomile, all sorts of different essential oils, which are very good for your skin. A lot of nice, healthy, fatty oils that are good for your skin in this one, but no mineral oil. And the reason for that is that mineral oil sits on top of your skin. It doesn't sink in and do anything. So this one does have some of those things in it. Not really any essential oils, but it's got shea butter, beeswax, aloe vera, and soy proteins. But it also has mineral oil in it. I believe it's one of, oh no, the ingredients are on the box. So let's see. The ingredients on the Embryolisse. Yes, the second ingredient is Paraffinum liquidum. Yes, I think I pronounced that properly. I know how to say these in English, but this box is in French. As I think I've mentioned before, I wasn't very good at French. So anyway, yeah, so there's paraffin in it. There are other mineral oil type oils in here, and so that's just something to be aware of. You know, if you do react to that sort of a thing, I know they say that it's not a non-reactive oil, but that's not true. A lot of people's skin does react to it, so that's one thing. But the good thing about that is that it actually holds the moisture into your skin. So like in anything else that you've been using, so if you've been using this is going to keep it in and make it work. If you threw on this is going to keep it in and make it work. So it's really good for, especially in the winter when you're trying to keep your moisture in, or if you've got a treatment that you really want to penetrate the skin, this is going to work well. It also works as a makeup remover. I've tried it. I like coconut oil better, but this doesn't break me out and coconut oil does. So it doesn't do the job quite as effectively, but it does do the job. They say you can also use it as a moisturizing mask. I haven't tried it for that. I don't see why you would do that, but it does seem to work pretty well as a primer, which is the other thing that they tout it as. I haven't tried it as a hair tousling cream yet. Maybe we'll try that too. But so far, I kind of actually like it. I don't know if it will be replacing my Botanical Kinetics long term, but for now, it seems to be doing the job, and I'm happy not to have to go downtown. So that is how I feel about Embryolisse. Now, the next thing that I want to talk to you about, because that's basically all I do. That is all I do for skincare, morning and night. Once a month, and I find I don't need to use this more than once a month. If you are a little bit older, or you've got drier skin, you've got maybe some premature aging, you'll want to do this more often. This is more expensive. I received this as a Christmas present because it's amazing and I love it. But so this is a Premier Refining Facial Peeling Mask, and Premier is very expensive luxury facial skincare, but well, it's everything skincare, it's body too, but I've seen this work miracles. I really have. This entire brand. It's expensive, so I don't buy it, but my mother does, and it's fantastic. So basically what this does is I just put this on once a month. You put it on, you kind of massage it in. There's a certain way, and I believe the package teaches you how to do that, or you go in and you buy it and they teach you how to do it. But you are basically exfoliating off, you're massaging the dead skin cells off. And I know a lot of things say that they do this. You can get that St. Ives, they'll say that they do it, and then the results are This works. This works. It actually works. Like, I used it for the first time. I couldn't believe, because I take very good care of my skin. You know, I use the, this has the acids in it, which is a chemical exfoliant. I could not believe how much crap came off of my face, and it wasn't like one of those peels where you you know, you're red for several days. You're good to go. Like, it's a little difficult to get off. You want to wipe it off with a washcloth, but and it will stick to like little hairs if you've got them. So you want to be careful with that. You don't want to get it in your eyes at all. But like, I couldn't believe it. My lines were gone. They were gone. So once a month, I like to use that, and I'm using it very sparingly because I will not be able to replace it when it's gone. One last thing that I forgot to mention, I do always put a lip balm on, especially at night. It's dry in the house, you know, it's an apartment, it's dry. This is Elba Botanical Unpetroleum in the tangerine flavor, and it is SPF 18. You don't need SPF at night, but I use, once I find one I like, I stick to it no matter what. This is a leftover from last summer. I just really like it, so I got it at the health food store. You'll probably be able to find it at yours. So that's my skincare, and that is the Embryolisse. Something that I have noticed, and I also kind of want to touch on, because a lot of you have actually come to me about this, people don't want to use skincare products anymore. They'd rather, you know, use something like coconut oil or something, and I just want to really touch on, sometimes these things are really great, and sometimes they really work, and sometimes they don't, and they are not for your skin type, and that's okay. So I actually have a bunch of oils over here, and we're going to talk about them. So I'm going to get them in just a second. Oh, got this big old pile of oils and moisturizers and things. So this is obviously the big one. This is coconut oil. I got this out of my kitchen. Yeah, I use this all the time, as you can see, but I use it for cooking. Why is that? That's because it does not work for my skin type. This is not going to work for you if you have oily skin, combination skin, even if you have normal skin that, excuse me, kind of is oily sometimes, you're probably not going to want to use it. It works beautifully for certain skin types. It doesn't for others. I mean, I even use it in my hair. It's great for growing hair. So if you need a lash moisturizer because you've been using a lot of makeup around your eyes lately, this is what you want. It will grow those lashes. If you need to grow your brows in because they were over tweezed, you know, you lived through the 80s. I'm not judging you, you know, we've all been there. Trends are crazy. You're probably going to want to use this. If you've got Irish eyebrows like me that you spend a million years every morning tweezing out, twitching like me just now, no, tweezing out, you don't want to use this. It will grow that hair back, and it will be thicker, and it will be stronger and longer and more annoying, and it'll come in faster. Same, you don't want to use it as a body cream if that's the case. But I like using it in my hair. My hair is really growing out. I wanted to grow this out, and it's working really well for that. So some people will have great success with it, and you know, if that's you, that's great, because you know, it's so easily accessible now. Anyone can find it, you know, in the grocery store, and that's phenomenal, and I'm very happy for you. But for a lot of people, if it doesn't work for you, don't be afraid to look for something else. Which leads me to this oil, olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. I'm pretty sure that this was the craze before coconut oil. The same thing is true with this. This will also break you out to a certain extent if you are, you know, a little oilier. I find that this does not grow your hair like the coconut oil does, so that's good for if you need a body moisturizer and you're totally broke and you're like, what's in the kitchen? Use this. Don't use like vegetable oil or butter. Don't do that. The animals will be attracted to you, and it'll be super weird, and you'll smell like baking or something. I don't know, but like this, I did use this for a long time as a body moisturizer, and it worked really well. I found it was a little heavy for my taste, but if you have really dry skin and you are dead set on trying like a food oil, then go ahead and try the olive oil, I guess. My personal favorite in terms of oils, and this has been this way for years, since 2007, and I started skincare and makeup school. This is jojoba oil. You don't want to eat this. This is actually a liquid wax, and the nice thing about this is that it's actually the closest wax or oil found in nature to your skin. Let's just think about that for a second. So you want a plant oil, but it needs to be happy with your skin. The oils in your skin, they're nothing like coconut oil, but they are like this. So this is what I've been using lately. And I don't use this on my hair, but this is great for use like if you wax at home, which more power to you. And I don't suggest doing that. If you weren't trained in waxing, then don't do it. But like, this is great for if you have to get something sticky off of you, if you need to moisturize. I've been using this for my entire pregnancy instead of coconut, well, also instead of coconut oil, but instead of the cocoa butter, I got this, and we'll talk about that in a second. This is really, it doesn't go on greasy, it absorbs into your skin. It's fairly inexpensive. I got this guy for $10, so it's not as inexpensive as the other two, but it really does the job so much better. I had a friend of mine switch from coconut oil. She was so dry. She was so dry she couldn't even get moisture from coconut oil. But this worked, so it turns out it was probably just the molecules in the coconut oil were too big for her skin to take in, which is the reality for pretty much every human being. And the jojoba oil is working so much better. So I'm happy that worked out. But the last one that I want to talk about, this is kind of an oil. This is your typical Palmer's cocoa butter formula. This has a lot of mineral oil in it as well. If you have extremely like chapped dry skin, this may work for you. Again, because the mineral oil, the petroleum, is going to hold everything into your skin. I don't like this for long-term use either, unless you're, again, really dry and chapped, just because it is so greasy and so oily. But overall, if you're looking at all of these things and you aren't sure which one to use, and you want something a little more natural, but you know, that is still an actual product, then I guess go for this one. Out of these four, I would say go for these two, in terms of your body moisturization. If you want something just for your face, I really recommend going with an actual moisturizer, but if you're dead set, then go for the jojoba oil, because that is the safest. That is going to work for most skin types. So yeah, that is basically all I had for you today on oils and skincare. I know that this is a much, it may seem less in depth than what other people say, but that's just because it's a very no-nonsense. You don't want to use too much on your skin or you'll confuse it. And so that's why I keep my regimen fairly simple, and that's why in terms of the oils, we just kind of went over those really quickly. I think it's very important to understand what you're putting on your skin, because you also don't want reactions. You don't want to spend $1 million in products that have great advertisement and they have a lot of people touting it on YouTube and Instagram and Twitter and wherever else, but it doesn't actually work. So I guess the trick is to find something that works for you. Make sure that you're washing, you're moisturizing, you have an eye cream, and you have some sort of treatment if you need the treatment. And if that moisturizer ends up being jojoba oil, I mean, that's better than a lot of other choices that you could be making. So the last thing that I did want to touch on very quickly that I did kind of mention earlier is that if you have an ongoing skin issue, especially if you are dealing with extremely sensitive skin, inflammation, mine was cystic acne, like very deep, painful, out of the blue cystic acne, you know, or something, you know, something's obviously wrong with your skin, and you know, you are eating a healthy diet, you are taking your vitamins, you know, you're using your skincare properly, like the right wash, the right moisturizer, you might want to go to a dermatologist or an allergist. And this is something that they taught me in school, and I was always like, okay, that's for some random people. And then, well, I ended up having a problem. I developed the cystic acne actually as an adult. And I had never had skincare problems like this. I couldn't get anything to work. And like, I'm a professional. I should be able to, like, you know, work with this, right? I should be able to figure out my own skin problem. No one's going to want to come to me for makeup or skin if my own makeup and skin just looks really like all over the place, right? So it was very frustrating. I tried everything. I eventually started eliminating some things from my diet. I was praying. I was like, please let this just be like milk, you know, because I really like my pastry. Turns out it seems to have been a gluten problem, and I was like really hoping for it to be anything else, but that's what it was. But I mean, it's kind of like, would you rather have this food like internally damaging you and then also coming out in your skin? Because that's what skin problems are to a certain extent. It's your skin, it's your body telling you, hey, there's something going on here, you've got to fix it. We are not feeling happy. You're gonna get some crazy disease if you don't take care of this. You know, would you rather continue eating the thing and just being ignorant of that, or would you rather fix it? And I mean, like, I'm just saying, Fritos are gluten-free, so it's not the end of the world. But yeah, so I did just want to touch on that as well. It is very important, you know, your skin is telling you something. Some things just happen. Everyone ages, for example, and we do the best we can with that. We try and age gracefully. But yeah, if you are having like a really, like, if you've got patchy skin, you know, or you are extremely sensitive, or some days you wake up and something has set you off, you've got really bad acne that's not responding to anything, try whatever skincare regimen your dermatologist or esthetician tells you for at least 30 days, and if it's not working, you need to get your allergies checked. And I know now I'm saying this because it happened to me, so I know it's not going to happen to everybody by any means. I hope it doesn't happen to you, but that is something to bear in mind. So that's it. That was the last thing I wanted to talk about. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was kind of all over the place, but I just wanted to get that out there because a lot of people do ask me skincare questions on a regular basis, and it's understandable, and that's fine. You know, feel free to continue asking. You can hit me up on the comments. You can get me on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. I'm considering doing a Snapchat, but to be quite honest, I mean, I've got my hands full with these other ones. If you guys want me to get a Snapchat, I'll get a Snapchat. But please go ahead and give me a thumbs up and a subscribe. I would love to get to 100 followers so that I can have an actual URL. That would be very exciting to me. Most importantly, let me know what you thought. Just hit me up, chat me up, I don't know, talk about anything, request a video, ask a question, whatever you want. I'd love to hear from you. So I guess I will see you in the next video.